everybody, I am Dr. Swati Popat-Watts. I am the director, nursery director at Little Wonders Nursery and Joy of Learning Nurseries in the UAE. Little Wonders Nursery is in Jumeirah. It is an EYFS British curriculum nursery, and what I love to do best is to be a parenting mentor. So please don't forget to subscribe and comment below. We're going to talk about how to handle a child with anger issues, especially in the early years, from the age of 2 especially. You know, they're called the terrible twos for a reason, because it's at the age of 2 that children begin to understand that they have a separate identity from you. So till the age of 2, they follow everything that you say, they eat when you want, they sleep when you want, but at the age of 2, the terrible twos is when they start showing their own interests, they start having their own thoughts, and that's when you will see a lot of anger issues in children. And some children don't have these anger issues, some have. So what's the difference? The difference is, I would really suggest parents to read up on the work of Erickson. Google it, lots of videos available on YouTube. Erickson is basically the father of emotional development. And I feel if we understand the emotional development in children, we would be able to understand why children get angry and how to handle that anger. So what Erickson says, that in the first year of life, when children cry, if you do not give them attention immediately, these children tend to grow up losing trust, losing faith in the human connection with their parents. And that's when they realize that if I want attention or if I want something, I must throw a tantrum, I must be angry. So it's very important to understand that if you do not want your child to grow up with an angry personality, then it's very important to understand what to give and how to nurture children as per their age. Now, if you have a child who has anger issues, then there are 3 things that you must do. Number 1, anger should not be handled with anger. So which means when your child is throwing an angry tantrum, that's not the time to be angry with your child. I know it's difficult, because when the child is throwing that angry tantrum, it automatically brings out the angry parent in you. But it's very important to understand that the more angry you get, the more angry your child is going to get. So point number 1, when the child is angry, take a deep breath and let the anger cool down. Number 2, when the child is angry, the child is not thinking. So the child is not going to be able to listen to you. So everything that you are talking to the child when the child is angry is just going above the child's head. So the best thing to do is to wait and let that anger subside. But what should you do while you are waiting? You need to keep on telling the child, I understand that you are angry, but I will listen to you once you are less angry. So this tells the child that in this angry tantrum, what am I supposed to do? It kind of helps the child to calm down also, seeing that the parent is giving the opportunity for the child to calm down. And point number 3, very important. It's very important that when children show emotions, we help them label those emotions. So when we see an angry child, or when the child throws an angry tantrum, it's very important to say, I understand that you are feeling angry because I did not give you what you want, but this is not how we show anger. So if you're angry, you can scream, you can shout, but you cannot hit. So it's very, very important when we do these 3 things that children understand that anger is an emotion. Anger is an acceptable emotion, but what you do when you are angry can be acceptable or not acceptable. So when children learn to label their emotions, very soon they will be able to tell you, I am feeling angry. So it's very, very important not to tell the child not to be angry, because anger is an emotion all of us feel. And lastly, most importantly, anger is a result of frustration. So it's very important that we try to not frustrate children by making them wait too much or making them do things that they really don't want to do, As I said, at that age, when children get the most angry, is the time at which they are developing a sense of self-identity. So they are trying to find ways to assert themselves. So it's very important that we let the little things go and only be firm when we want things that are maybe harming the child, and that's why sorry about that. So it's very important that we only look at things that are going to harm the child, and that's when we should be firm and we should insist. Otherwise, very important to understand, let's not frustrate the child enough for the child to be angry. So very important, parents, that angry children are a part and parcel of childhood and parenting. So very important to remember the three most important things when you are dealing with an angry child. Number one, help children to label their emotions. Number two, do not try to tell the child what to do when the child is angry, because the child is not going to listen to you. It's important to be calm and tell the child, okay, I'm waiting for you to calm down and then I'm going to listen to you. And number three, anger cannot be dealt with anger. So try not to be angry when your child is angry, and you are sure to be having a happy parenting period. So I wish you all happy parenting. Enjoy this period of childhood because it comes only once.